Irving, Roggen, Colorado.
Also riding with us, the past chairman of the board and president. They include John O. Smith, Paul Somerville, Steve Stevens, Jim Winnie, Jim Bloodworth, Don Jordan, Jack A. Lyons, and Butch Robinson.
Well, a big welcome tonight to our executive committee members that are riding: Warner Irvin, Ray Hinesley, Hap Honeycutt, Parker Johnson. There's Dr. Kelly Larkin, M.D., Wesley Steinor, evening to you, Robbie Smith, and Joe Van Matry. Is he holding on to the reins, or has he got a hands in him?
Nope, there's no hands. Joe right there.
Oh, he's a daredevil.
Lifetime Executive Committee joining us as well: Don Buckaloo, Tillman Fertitta, Wayne Hollis, Ed McMahon, Chris Richardson, Keith A. Steffick, and there's Jim Wyndham in the saddle.
Our vice presidents riding include Wendy Lewis Armstrong, Larry Biediger, Dr. Brian Blonder, Ginger Brown, and Mike Curley. There's Alan Folger and Juan Garcia, John Grimes, Jeff Hayes, along with Robert Hodge, Elisa Jimerson, Rick Jones, Alan Kent, Michelle Lilly, James Mora, Scott Sullivan, Wendy Vandeventer, and Charlene Walkowiak.
Well, to become a lifetime vice president takes a lot of dedication, and we're proud of these people tonight. Jamie Ehrman, Dr. Terrence Fontaine, Ray Gonzalez, Butch Guerrero, Dick Hudgens, welcome to you. There's Jim Lightfoot, Gregory Schroeder, Ken Shaw, and a good evening to Emmett Story.
Now, we've got lots of directors, folks. I mean, a lot of them. Too many to list, but would like to welcome a few of them that are horseback. Folks like Debbie Gann, Richard Garcia, Robert Gullidge, Preston Hall, Brad Hildebrand, Carson Yoakum, David Johnson, William Jordan, Reagan Katz, David Koontz, Josh Lack, Thomas Raphael Lewis, and Tom Mack.
And we have a whole passel of horseback guests. These from the Houston Fire Department. We have the Chief, Sam Pena. Also from the Houston Fire Department, Michael Marino, Shelby Walker, Alfredo Martinez, and Michael Meyer.
We are celebrating with the Texas Rangers in their 200 years. Tonight, I'd like to welcome Tony Leal as our Texas Ranger, R. Grandin Best, Corey Lane, Joe Harlison, and Chance Collins of the Rangers.
Other first responders in the saddle with us include Brazoria County Sheriff Bo Stallman, from the Pearland Fire Department Chief Jack Taylor. Also a guest of Dr. Blunder, Shannon Crow, M.D., a guest of O'Neill Norris, Michael Blair, and the outgoing chairman of the Scholarship Administration Committee, Ruthie Herbert. Glad to have you in the saddle.
Our carriages are on the south end, and our First Lady's carriage is the white one that you see on the screen. That is hosted by Zane Carruth, the First Lady and wife of Chairman of the Board, Grady Carruth. And her guests include Aishwarya Subdaya, Larissa Ispin, Michelle Peck, Leela Perrin, and Kimberly Colliner.
Well, that next beautiful carriage is the President's wife carriage. That'll be Randy Bowman, wife of our President and CEO, Chris Bowman. I want to welcome tonight Kathy Biediger, wife of Vice President Larry Biediger, and other wives of the same: Denise Blonder, Estela Garcia, Kim Folger, and Samantha Sullivan. Welcome, ladies.
Carriage number 3, our executive office guests and dignitaries, guests of Dr. Blonder. And then there's Cody Jimerson, the nephew of VP Alicia Jimerson. There's Caitlin Jimerson, Bella Ray Pauley from the International Committee. And then there's Cooper, Finley, and Preston Pauley, all of Randy's kids.
Don't you look at me like your papers have never stuck together.
I didn't say a word.
90% of communication is nonverbal, and I saw that look.
It was an assist, and I'm here to assist you on First Responders Day.
I thought it was a very apropos time for a poignant pause.
Oh.
Just, like a Paul Harvey pause. Let it sink in,
Yeah, but once you get past 5 seconds, it's an awkward pause.
Yes, today we are saluting First Responders Day, presented by BP America. Y'all know who's taking the stage a little bit later on. That'll be Jason Aldean. And to all of y'all watching us, that's plural in Texas, all of y'all watching us on the Cowboy Channel, glad to have you with us tonight.
All right, now that you've thrown in all y'all, do you know what is plural possessive in Texas?
Plural possessive.
Yeah.
I'm ready to hear this one, Bob.
All y'all.
Oh, all y'all.
Yeah, you got to get a double hyphen in there.
So is that different groups of...
Is there apostrophe after the S or before it?
There's one after the A and then one ahead of the S on the end.
Okay, so it is possessive.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Bob's bailiwick was the English language in Texas form.
Yeah, well, it's not, but...
I'd like to think my bailiwick might be pasture management or something.
Just for the world, guys, here's what you all don't know. We're not even on Valley Sports or Telemundo yet.
No.
So your word of the day usage doesn't count in the grand entry. It's got to happen after the national anthem. So no scores on the Ballywick word of the day thing yet.
Can you spell poignant?
Did you say poignant?
Yeah, poignant.
Yeah, Poignant.
Told you. That's why he sits in the number one chair.
Well, you guys ought to be on the education committee here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. One of 110 committees that we are so proud keep all of the nuts and bolts tightened down so that we have a job.
Do you really want Bobby T diagramming sentences on the education committee?
Remember, I went to a one-room schoolhouse and we didn't have kindergarten.
I was trying to get us out of a quagmire.
I'll have you know that I graduated at the top of my class. Now, I'm an only child and I was homeschooled, but I still graduated at the top of my class.
Well, boy, does that grand entry look beautiful tonight now that we're finally graduated. I didn't know that they had those classes in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's a little early, but if y'all would like to give that grand entry riding group a little round of applause, I think it'd be nice. Oh, listen to that. What a beautiful audience you already are. Now we know you're trainable. That could be dangerous.
This year, the commitment from this great show to the youth of Texas is over $22 million. That's the promise, and it has every intentions of being even more than that.
And if you add that to the $575 million, that would get us to $597 million. You'd think we'd try to get $3 million more to reach the $600 million mark.
I bet that they will, because even in the year when we had the damn-demic, you know what that means? They gave the money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. A lot of people, that didn't make a lot of headlines. We shut down after 8 performances of rodeo and the Livestock Show and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo paid out over $20 million. Those kids that didn't get the show got to sell their livestock. Kids that didn't have a chance to be here at the end got a scholarship. That's what Big H Houston does for our kids.
But it's not just the livestock auction. It's not just scholarships. We have the calf scramble, school art projects. There are so many different educational programs that have been funded, provided, and put together because of the generosity of our volunteers and the people that support the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Absolutely. And today, of course, was a very special day as we honor hometown heroes, first responders from the Houston area and surrounding Go Texan counties. You bet. Get that camera up there. Make sure you get a memory you can take with you.
Nothing more Texas than riding in the Serpentine Grand Entry Ride with that beautiful tune playing in the background as the Survey Championship Rodeo Pivot Riders take us around that final junction and out of the north end zone of NRG Stadium on those beautiful silver-mounted saddles. Great job, ladies. That is the grand entry on performance number 7.
Our lights will be changing here in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? And gentlemen, would you please remove your hats and join me in a moment of silence in honor of our fallen first responders. Thank you. Please remain standing for our invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance, and our national anthem. Our invocation tonight will be given by Chaplain Wendy Norris, President and CEO of Texas LODD Task Force.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we are grateful for this day and this moment in which we have the opportunity to honor the individuals who serve as first responders in our communities day in and day out with dignity, integrity, and honor. As we come together in a time of enjoyment and fun at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, may we remember and lift up those who serve. Keep them safe and protect them from harm. Give them the courage to face the situations we fear. Renew their energy so that they may continue to provide care to those entrusted to them. Let us also remember those public servants who have given their lives in the line of duty. May their families, loved ones, friends, fellow first responders, and those who are here tonight know your comforting presence during this time of prayer and reflection. May the loved ones of the fallen feel the honor and respect for their first responder during this time, and may it bring them a sense of deep honor and pride. God, I ask that you bring healing to the pain of those who are mourning, a renewed sense of hope through those that continue to serve, and a continued opportunity for the legacy of each first responder that has served or continues to serve be carried forward through each of us in the days, weeks, and months ahead. I ask in closing that you lay your hand of blessing on each and every person here tonight. Protect and keep safe and healthy our first responders who continue to serve, as well as their families. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain. Our national anthem salute is brought to you by Cavender's Boot City. Elise Williams from St. John's School will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and the Star-Spangled Banner will be performed by Deputy Keelan Lewis and firefighter Keyshawn Coxey, and carrying our nation's flag, a multi-agency color guard.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
chest. Give it all for gold or go home broke. When the open up that gate, welcome to the show, welcome to the home for the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up at night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country road. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
Yeah, here we go. Hello, Houston. That's the way we like to start it every day. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman, along with Boyd Cole, Hamus, and Andy Seiler. We're in Super Series number 3, performance number 1. I heard somebody say, let's buck 'em and buck 'em hard, and we're going to do it all night long. Here's the deal. You are going to get to see a champion crowned in every event, men and women. That's the cool thing about the bracket system, and that's the way this rodeo rolls. Everybody gets paid tonight.
And we start, of course, with the first round of Super Series 3. That's the bracket that Bob's referring to. I think you need to keep your eyes on the steer wrestling, folks, because you not only have the defending champion of Rodeo Houston, a guy by the name of Hunter Cure, but you also have Ty Erickson, who won our Super Shootout a year ago. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch with those two big men digging it out in the Bulldog and Andy.
I'm looking to the saddle bronc ride, and it's there in the same area of the performance. And Zeke Thurston, he's won the world multiple times. He's won this rodeo before, so that young man is comfortable in his own skin. He knows this format, and I think Zeke's going to do big things.
I agree with that. So does our fourth member of the broadcast team. She usually picks a calf roper. That's definitely her bailiwick. Let's go down to Patty Smith.
Hi, guys. I did indeed pick a calf roper again tonight, and he is right behind me in this tie-down roping event, and it is Adam Gray. Adam is a 6-time NFR qualifier. He was the Rodeo Houston champ back in 2012. He is a Texas Tech Red Raider, and perhaps the coolest stat of all, in my opinion, is back in 2016, he set an arena record in this event with a 7-4 that still holds today, so he's very comfortable in NRG Stadium.
He should be. Tie-down roping is how we'll begin with competition today. Boot Barn brings it to you. So who was the champion of champions a year ago? This guy. John Dowd, Huntsville, Texas, winning Houston, spurred him on to his second NFR appearance. This one's got a feel that bears watching, not just Adam that Patty was mentioning, but Corey Solomon. 9-time NFR qualifier. Taylor Santos has been to the finals. Trevor Hales in the top 3 in the world. Should be good.
Macon Murphy of Keachai, Louisiana. We watched his sister in the breakaway roping earlier here at Rodeo Houston. Macon trying to advance himself. Someone had to go first, and he's got a bronky little calf that he has to bring together. String in time, 13 flat.
Mr. Paul Hamus and I had a chance to watch him at the Bike Speaker Bus. NFR Open, as they call it now in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Took a buckle, took the big money away from him. 13 tonight.
So how about Andrew Burks? I'm sure he's heard this from more than one rodeo announcer, but he's from the hometown of Brett Favre, Hill, Mississippi. 25 years old. He's number 19 in the world right now. Won the rodeo of the Ozarks over in Springdale, Arkansas last year. 6th year as a professional. Remember, our contestants have to start from behind a barrier line that requires them to give a calf a head start. You'll see that in the calf roping, the team roping, and the steer wrestling, as well as the breakaway roping. Every competitor has to give the calf a head start, or if you break the barrier, it's 10 seconds. I like this set of calves a lot better than the last one. These are a little smaller, not riding quite as fast.
I never thought he was going to turn loose that picking string.
It is going to be a no time. I believe it is because of the way the calf fell. So it will be a no time for Andrew Burks.
Yeah, they're explaining it to him right now. Right above that boot barn sign on the big screen if you're watching them. Okay, green is the color of money.
Okay. So, yep, Prairie View A&M right there. He's looking out. Look, folks, obviously we never want to see an animal or a human athlete injured in the sport of rodeo. But our cowboys and cowgirls at Rodeo Houston receive incredible medical care, and so do our animals. We have a veterinarian that is on staff every performance, every day. And obviously tie-down roping originated from being able to capture and brand cattle, doctor them if they needed something, test them. Anyway, cowboys from neighboring ranches would then start competing against one another, and it became an interesting way to pass the time. But on a rare occasion that an animal's injured, our Rodeo Houston veterinarian is one of the first people in the arena, ready to make the call for the animal ambulance if needed, or to check on the animal to make sure it's okay. If one of our animals needs attention for any reason, it's our Rodeo Houston veterinarian who takes charge of that situation.
I'm enjoying seeing that our professionals in the arena immediately said, let's check this out. Not have an opportunity to get away from us. As Boyd just told you, our veterinarians, we've got more than one, and they work 24/7. When you think of the hundreds of heads of livestock, bucking horses, they are available for calf roping horses, team roping horses, ladies in a barrel race, a breakaway. It's a big business, and our fields like judge, I'll give him the first line of credit. He said, wait a minute. Our judges are professionals.
Well, we not only have the veterinarians on staff, but we have a whole animal welfare team with a representative from the Houston SPCA. We'll keep an eye on all of our animal athletes, both in and out of the arena. Thank you so much to our animal welfare team for being Johnny on the spot.
Well, back to that color of green, it's money, and the man from Prairie View, that is a portion of Texas A&M. These days, Corey Solomon. Somebody's got to live out 290 that's here tonight. Come to town for the big show. This man has won nearly $2 million. Get him out, get a string, get a gather. Whoop. Cap says, I don't think so, Scooter. There.
Another strong calf, this one under Mr. Solomon, who is matching everything in green at a 12-9. Have to see whether or not that sticks.
Go back 3 performances. First run on the cattle in Super Series number 2. What won first? Do y'all recall?
I've slept since then. No.
Okay. It was, I think 12-7 won second that night. So 12-9 is, we're already halfway through it now as our next guy rides in.
I think you're right, because it was Sterling Smith maybe, and I said, no, that's not going to get a check. And he did win second.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was wrong, because that was the second night of the series. Here's a former Rodeo Houston champion, Michael Otero. He won it in 2019. NFR qualifier, he's number 4 in the world. And one of the top 4 ropers in the world. Just threw an interception, so to speak. So we've got 2 qualified runs and 2 no times.
Now it's up to a 24-year-old from Cotulla, Texas. Tanner Green won Wichita Falls last season while also taking the all-around title in Logandale, Nevada, the Clark County Fair and Rodeo. 24 years of age. If he can be quicker than 12-9, That would be worth at least $750. Gets the calf standing. We'll have to regroup on another fresh calf, but is still able to put it all together in 12 and 4. So as long as the calf remains tied, Bobby, he's going to get a paycheck.
Well, that's what it's all about. I said it in the opening tonight. Everybody gets to watch a champion. If you'd have rodeoed in the Astrodome days, you'd had a chance to watch his grandfather. There's 3 generations of superstars in that family. The great Phil Line. That kid works 3 events. He did it in junior rodeo, high school, smooth right through college, still does it all. Anybody here from Perrington, Texas? Perrington. That's a cool little town. Trevor Hale lives there. Boyd, he's third. He's had a pretty good start for the season.
Here's why I like him. He's 20. Okay? He's young. He won big checks in Fort Worth and Rapid City. Oh, Trevor. String gathering tie. Get that other one down. Oh.
We're getting crowded with 12-second time. 12 and 8 for Trevor Hale. So now it's 12-4, 12-8, 12-9, 13 flat. The next man to ride in, a past rodeo Houston champion. He and his wife just had a baby, their first. We asked him about it.
It's definitely life-changing. I was 39 before I had my first kid, and my wife does 95% of the work, and it is still exhausting. I mean, she is there all day, every day, but man, when you wake her up in the morning and she smiles and kicks those little arms and legs, it's there's no other feeling in the world like that.
Amen to that. The brand new father, you are on a path of joy, and it's worth all the hard work that you're going to put in, Mr. Gray. He's been working hard all his life, Boyd.
Yes, sir. Texas Tech Red Raider, stand out. Athletically and academically. Got him flipped. Former champion Houston in at 11 and 5.
Well, somebody had to light up that scoreboard, and Adam Gray has just done it. You know, he doesn't rodeo as hard as he used to, but he wins equally as much money. He's won $1,300,000 at 39 years old. Congratulations, Daddy. Good luck. I must be getting old, Andy, or I've just been around since dirt. I remember when this guy's uncles, 2 of them, and his great uncle were my heroes out in California as a kid. This is a phenomenal family, and his brother as well, Taylor Sendos.
He has one of the most well-written bios that you will ever read because of the journalistic abilities of his mother. 2 trips to the National Finals Rodeo for the 28-year-old collegiate champ, NFR Open champ, and all-around cowboy.
Also won the Roping Fiesta in San Angelo last October. Hard-running calf. And he becomes the 3rd man to have a little trouble. So, well, no time, as that loop doesn't fit. The one thing about the tie-down roping, a lot of folks don't know when you compare it to other contests in rodeo. This is the event with the most variables, the largest number of contingencies. Does the calf run fast or slow? Is the calf easy to tie or uncooperative? You got a pigeon string. You got a lariat. You got a jerk line and a horse. You got a barrier line. So much to do and so difficult to make it all go right. And the eyes will tell you everything. Adam can't hide that smile, and he shouldn't hide it, because Adam Gray takes the win in Super Series 3, round 1, with 11-5 in front of Green, Hale, and Solomon. And Boot Barn proudly brought you the tie-down roping.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top competitors in each of our 7 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. When they conclude, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship. They join the others for a shot at the $50,000. The event winners from each Super Series will receive a 52-quart ultralight cooler from Arctic Outdoors and a custom Les Paul-style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston champions. And that's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Stay where you're at. The bareback riding is coming up soon.
Anyone who knows rodeo knows there's nothing more important than safety. That goes for our fans too. The Crown Royal Riders want everyone to make it home safely. As you enjoy Rodeo Houston, please make sure to always assign a designated driver. Crown Royal wants you to drink responsibly.
Houston, that's .com/caption. Look on the big screen right now and take a shot of that cue right there. That QR code will take you immediately right to caption.
Thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our hard-working arena crew. They're down in the dirt and on the chute, making it all work behind the scenes.
Welcome back to beautiful NRG Stadium. The fans continue to pile in. We're going to load the bucket shoes with bareback bronc riders. And we thank Chevron for making that possible. When it comes to bareback bronc riding, you'll see him tonight. Jess Pope won Rodeo Houston a year ago, and he went on to win his first world championship. But look out for that guy, Casey Field. He's won this rodeo like 6 times. So it's going to be a good night as we start with Jacob Rain. Mount Pleasant, Tennessee on the pass killer. He's been 85 in Jackson, 84 in San Antonio, 86.5 in Fort Worth. That nice little paint just stacks up. I love the fact that the horse stayed close to the bucket chute, Andy, but I'm not sure we had as much kick as we were hoping to get.
Well, they've been 82.5 on that horse in San Antonio, the pass killer of Cervies. But we will see 79 is what they say for Jacob Rain.
You know, years ago, our next bareback rider went to Kuwait on a goodwill tour. We asked Casey Field, how did that impact your life?
Going over to the Middle East, visiting the troops on a morale tour was a very humbling experience. I went from a boy to a man. I started preparing for rodeo a whole lot different. And anytime I see a guy in uniform, dinner, whatever I can do, I go say thank you and make sure that he knows that I appreciate him very much.
Give him a little slack.
Amen.
Okay, I'll just go. Yeah.
Here's the man, Casey Field. Oh, this is sweet, sweet, sweet. Now you're watching, Andy, a guy that can help a horse buck.
Yes.
You're not just trying to spur one. Watch him lift this little mare. That, now lift with his feet. Lift with his feet.
And when you saw that side angle, that horse kicking a little higher, a little bit harder than the previous one. That's why the numbers are higher. 84.5 for Casey Field.
You go back and look at his Houston titles, 012, 14, 15, 16, 17.
19.
19.
Yeah.
I was one off.
Yeah, 12, 14, 15, 16, but most recent was 19. Tucker Zing, Grow Agency, Montana, Witless Margie. Now, Casey Field, who you just watched, was 85 of this horse here last year. This is a Calgary Stampede, rocks into his hand. That's not good. What do we mean he rocks into his hand? Well, he's riding right-handed, and as he rocks on that horse, with each jump, he's starting to rock to the right, rock to the right. That's rocking into his hand, and then you get off that rigging. And that's a disappointed man. Look at that. You could tell he did not want that to happen. No score.
All right, Caleb Bennett, we're so happy to have you back, healthy and riding well. 10 trips to the National Finals Rodeo and a solid sorrel named Grease Monkey. Another Survey horse. This horse has its typical trip. He's going to give you an opportunity to show off that first stroke. Got him standing. Cowboy creeping up on 2 million because of rides like these. The Grease Monkey's going to cover a little bit more ground than some of those previous horses. Staying close to the buck and shoot, but all the way from number 3 to the east side of the grandstand.
The former NFR bucking horse, but you're right, Andy. Did get a little ground underneath them. Looking at 83. They were 83 and a half in Denver on that horse. So very consistent on the scores that you're able to record on Grease Monkey. Bobby T, let's go to the defending champ.
If I could use the word consistency, the last 3 years has built him to a world title. 3 times he's been to the NFR, 3 averages he's won, and now he holds the gold buckle. Jess Pope and Monkey Mistress. Now this horse ought to make a circle to the left. That's what Chuck Tight says. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the champion of the world. Well, she got too close to the juice and turned back. The word consistency says in earnings 3 years in a row. Not many guys can have that in their repertoire, Andy.
Repertoire. Okay, Bobby.
Yeah, well, that's his bailiwick is fucking horses.
82 points for Jesse. Solid start for the defending champ.
Tristan Hansen, Dylan Montana. Weather Bourgeois had this horse in San Antonio. Well, we're going to go to Lane McGehee. Good, I like Lane McGehee. You get on the Southwest Freeway and start driving south, you're going to run into Victoria, Texas. And that's where this young man was born, bred, and raised. Then he had the good sense when he was going to rodeo in college to go to Sam Houston State University in Huntsville. As a freshman at Sam Houston, he made it to the College National Finals in Casper, Wyoming, and won a national championship for Sam Houston State as a freshman bareback rider. He's now 25 years old. He just won Perry, Georgia with an 84-point ride. Corey's boyfriend. This is Lane McGehee. Into the wall, off the wall.
That's an iron gate that's turned back, Bubba. I had a chance to watch him in the last of the season at Abilene, Texas, at the West Texas Fair in September. He got him for a buckle and a big check there, too. 82. He ties with the champion, 84.5, still at the top.
From Texas, we transfer you to Louisiana and Taylor Broussard. Number 8 man in the world. 2 trips to the national finals. A Calgary horse called the Yukon Rambler. They were 86.5 on this horse at the Calgary Stampede. this 12-year-old brown mare. Bobby, Calgary's your bailiwick, so tell me a little bit more.
Well, the Calgary Stampede has the most high-tech field of reproductive physiology of making more test tube babies than any other breeding outfit in the world. Yes, test tube baby.
Well, I gave you the hair.
Crawfish man, get outside, Andy.
Big rear out of the front. Taylor sticks with it. But, you know, I hate to say it, it almost looked like the entire ride he was playing catch-up.
Yeah, I think on that horse, that's all you can do because of the drop. Notice the power on that front end of that horse. There's a lot of heavy when that horse's front feet hit the ground. So you're constantly trying to keep caught up. 76 with a former national finalist, a two-time qualifier. Beautiful bride Alicia is a barrel racer, so the whole family is in the rodeo game.
Well, as you reference ketchup, you ride that good, you don't need mustard.
Hey, hold that.
Try to keep up, Andy, whenever you can.
Hold on.
Doing my best, Bobby.
I got it.
Tristan Hansen.
We're good. No, you're good. I'll just get the tail pulled back.
Dillon, Montana, home of the University of Montana Western.
Get it in, and then we'll go. We'll get him standing up. Take it right, buddy.
Go ahead and get her up.
Get your hand. Good for family tradition.
Just on my leg a little bit.
Family tradition. Tristan Hansen comes from a great family. Oh, this boy's made himself a ride. Okay, do you remember watching him wedge his hand into that rigging? Do you remember just before he nodded, he was wedging his hand into that rigging? So that rigging's holding on to him. He's holding on to the rigging. But at the very end of this ride, the rigging lets go. And you're going to watch his hand pop out of that rigging like the cork out of a champagne bottle. And there's nothing he can do about it. It happens right about there. Just watch that hand pop right there. You talk about defying gravity, but not before he moves into the top two. 84 points for Tristan Hansen.
Close calls, Bobby G.
Well, you can talk about nod your head, buck 'em and buck 'em hard, and spur 'em. The deeper you set your feet, lift and beat 'em back to the ground. If you get behind, as Andy referenced a minute ago, you never catch up, my Lord. I'm glad he didn't get kicked in the back of the head. Oh, Tristan, you're out of there. Well, patience, there is the 7-time champion to be. Casey Field, and a thank you, Lord, for letting me live through it from the world champion.
No surprise to see who's at the top. It's the 6-time world champ, Casey Field, with an 84.5. Hansen, Bennett, and Pope will also get a piece of the pie. Thank you to Chevron. They are the sponsors of the Bareback Riders.
Stay with us. When we return, one rope horns, one rope heels. Let's see how it works.
Hey, rodeo fans, join today's Chick-fil-A Houston Selfie Race. 3 lucky fans will battle it out across Houston, making their way to the finish line right here in NRG Stadium. Here's how to play. Step 1, take a selfie, and here's the best way. Step 2, upload your selfie on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag RodeoHouston. The race will take place in just a few minutes, so send in your selfies now.
Welcome to the show.
I want to give a big thank you to Houston Methodist, our official healthcare providers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters, of course, of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for our rodeo athletes.
Well, if you want something to wake you up, we want you to know it's autograph time at the Fan Zone. Presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. You can meet our Rodeo Houston athletes, the bullfighters, Leon Coffey, and our rodeo royalty will be there in just a bit. We've got two of them, sections 103 and 124. It's a great spot to check off your bucket list here at Rodeo Houston.
There you go. Having a little fun up there. Get up there, folks. 103 and 124. Get to get up close and personal with our stars of the show. Greetings and salutations to all of you watching at home. Glad to have you inside NRC as well. Team Ropers are coming to do their job. Thank you to Mrs. Bairds and KHOU Channel 11. 1 year ago, Clay Tryon teamed up with Jake Long. They left here $100,000 richer. And you got a world champion in the first team in Simpson. You got lots of world champions in Draggers and Nogata. So let's watch this team roping contest unfold in front of our very eyes.
Canada and Texas coming together. Levi Simpson on the right of your screen will do the heading duties. Corey Hendrick. 2 trips to the national finals on the horn catching side. Corey trying to get there, reaches out for 2. 6.7. First time, a solid one. The man from Pinoka and Beat Eyes, Texas.
I just found out where Beat Eyes, Texas is between Huntsville and College Station.
That healer actually has a twin brother named Cash. They roped at the college finals together. Remember that, Andy?
I do.
Well, let's mix Missouri and Ocala, Florida, your home backyard, Team Roper.
I've heard of it. Coy Rallman and Jonathan Torres. You're going to see Jonathan's brother on the head side in just a little bit. Coy comes out. Steer comes left. Everything comes together quickly. 6 and 6.
I like this.
I do too.
The most exciting team roping is when the first team is 6'7", the second team is 6'6", the third team is 6'5", the fourth team is 6'4". We're headed that direction right now, and it looks like that's, team roping is not Andy's only common bailiwick with. The boys from Ocala, that's also his bailiwick.
I love Ocala.
I used it in both contexts.
And mispronounced it both times.
According to Patty, maybe. Not according to Muck.
It's Ocala. Kent Thompson, Tyson Thompson. Case and Tyson. Ooh, they're brothers. One older than the other. All right, boy, we just messed up your run. 6.1. They're a half a second more than what you asked for.
Yeah, but either way, they took the lead. So it's building. It's building. You know what this would be great. I'd love to see a 4-7 right here.
We're letting the beat build. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Isn't this Patty's pick?
No, this is Boyd's pick.
Oh.
Nelson Wyatt and Justin Davis, number 2 and number 9, respectively. There is Alabama to the horns. California looking for 2. Oh, shucks. They were 6 and 9.
Don't sound so broken-hearted, Andy.
Well,
we're waiting for Driggers and Nogata.
You wanted it to keep getting faster. We broke the trend.
You mentioned a moment ago, Jonathan Torres. Woo! Blue rope sizzles in, put a little smoke on that old inner tube rubber. Now, here's that brother, Joshua Torres. Ocala. Cutter Thomason, this is the number 1 college team roper in the region right now from Western Texas College. WTC, Snyder, Texas.
Josh Torres just won Tucson. They got a hard-running steer that goes to the right. 2 horns. Can we get 2 feet? Tally-off. 7 and 3. Pretty cool to watch the end of last season, too, when Josh was able to help his brother by winning Pendleton, qualified his first national finals.
Marcus Terrio, Lumberton, Mississippi, on the right of your screen. The son of a world champion cowboy. On the left of your screen, Cole Curry, Liberty, Mississippi. Marcus is number 7 in the world. Cole is number 6. 25-year-old header, 22-year-old healer. Took it, Marcus. Right in there, Cole. Yeah. How about that? Come on, folks. 6 flat, brand new leaders. Houston, are you in the house? There you go.
I know somebody watching on one of our 3 television networks are going, this has got to be the best team roping in the world, and it's fixing to get better. Caleb Driggers, number 4, as his partner is Junior Nogata. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at world champions, the reigning champions of the world. Resist all rookies of the year. You watch this guy at the head end. You watch this horse put him in line. Reach, not far. Now watch Junior. Set him up. Golly. 6-1. Now we're only 1/10 out of the lead. You got a pair of 6-1.
Well, they can be fast, fellas, but that's smart roping. Use the steer that you've been drawn. Get the money in round 1. And see what you have to do in the second one.
So let's go to Derek Begay, Dividelca, Arizona. He's a 9-time NFR qualifier. He won San Angelo last year. His partner, Chase Tryon, picked up checks this year at San Antonio and the Dixie Nationals in Jackson, Mississippi. Tryon's 34 years old from Helena, Montana. Begay, 39 years old. Both of them several-time NFR qualifiers. Oh, that's a steer I bet a lot of guys are going to want tomorrow night. That was a nice steer, and they took care of business with him.
6-2 for Derek and Chase. Each and every team tonight not only stopped the clock, but had a clean time under 7-3. That's sharp shooting, Bobby.
Andy, I want to give credit to this pen of cattle. They've got to be the most even. They've got to be the most consistent in how they break and run. No broken barriers, no penalties. That team roping that you're watching, oh, there was that tally. He still had a 1.5 of rope to go. Junior Nogata looking. He's watching himself on the big screen going, not too bad. Well, Terry Owen Curry at 6,000. Then Thompson and Thompson, the brothers, at 3. There's your champions at 3. And Begay, they get out of there with a check as well. Big thank you to Mrs. Baird's and KHOU Channel 11.
Snuggle up. When we return, it's Saddle Bronc riding.
Make the most of your day at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. After the concert, take a fast trip on a wild ride, or relax and enjoy a bird's eye view of NRG Park outside at the carnival. Relax in the Champion Wine Garden, presented by Frost Bank, and raise your glass with award-winning wines from around the world. Kick up your boots and dance to live music in the Hideout every night from 6 p.m. till midnight. The Hideout, presented by Jim Beam, is designed especially for rodeo fans over 21. So stick around. There's something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Well, if you prefer the written word, captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. Or the simplest thing to do, folks, scan that QR code on the screen, take a picture of it, basically. It'll take you straight to our closed caption mobile app.
This is one of my favorite shots every night because I appreciate what these men and women do. This is our arena crew. They are talented. They work the gates, the chutes, the equipment, and the cattle. They are sponsored by Cavender's Food City. Oh, they even get involved in the mutton busting where you'll see Andy Seiler and Patty Smith a little later. Thank you to Cavender's Food City.
We are creating memories that will last a lifetime and smiles that go for miles. Oh, that's awesome. You know what else is awesome? The Saddle Brawl Friday. We take you back to the buck and shoots, courtesy of our friends Energy Transfer. Who did it better? Sage Newman. Last year, a 93-point ride took all that money. But tonight, you're going to see the Hay brothers. You're going to see the Wright brothers. And some more rodeo families all gathered up to see if they can take the biggest check.
You're going to meet a pair of brothers from Wildwood, Alberta. Here's the first one, Logan Hay. This is the third time he's had this horse called Sergeant Whitney. Got a young Canadian on a great Calgary Stampede horse. Bucked him off at the Canadian Finals. That was in 2021. Last summer at the Calgary Stampede, he smoked him with an 85 on Whitney. Yeah, go for it. Whoa, 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 whoa. We watched this Daddy in the Astrodome, Boyd and I did. You think about this family. There's a dynasty, Andy.
For sure, Bob. And the stats you gave us tell me that there's a young man growing up right in front of us. He uses that knowledge and maturity to throw up the first score, 83.5 for Logan Hay.
Yeah, but he's 19th in the world, and his little brother that's going to go next, Dawson, is 16th in the world. Now, look, Logan won 3 go-rounds in a row at the NFR, but Dawson is a 3-time national finalist. Split Fort Worth with Stetson.
To get it back or over? Just get her over a little bit? Yeah.
I couldn't find much on Vintage Villa.
All right, hard rain, Dorothy.
What's that, guys?
Is it okay, guys? All right, Dawson. The younger brother's showing them how. That's a Survey bronc called Vintage Villain. Nice kick right there. Toes turned out at the front, and he's a half point shy of his older brother. 83 points for Dawson tonight.
All right, that'll build a little rivalry for you. Now with the Wright boys, here comes Uncle Spencer. Look at that horse.
That's Zealot's Departure looking out like, hey, are you guys done? Like, I hear you guys, but me and Spencer are ready to go to work.
You know, there's nobody in the Wright family that he could ask about this horse, because no Wrights have been on this horse for the last 2.5 years.
That's unbelievable.
That's crazy, but his brother-in-law, Coburn, has been on him twice.
Look at there, Dawson is already back, come to help him.
Canadian Cowboy might know a little bit more about the horse. That's Zealot's Departure. Canadian Finals, Blood Red Bay from the Calgary Stampede.
Wade Sundell was 81.5 on this horse about a month ago in Fort Worth.
I saw that. Let's see what we're going to be tonight. Judges will say 79 points for Mr. Red.
Now we go to the 3-time and reigning world champion saddle bronc rider, the 2015 Rodeo Houston champion bronc rider. This is Zeke Thurston, Big Valley, Alberta, Canada, 28 years old in his 9th season, currently number 2 in the world. 7-time NFR qualifier and left with the gold buckle 3 times. This is Amazon Hills, a 10-year-old mare from the Calgary Stampede. Solid mark out, then he goes back to work. Fire those feet to the front, turn the toes out, lift on the rein. That, my friends, if you were ever going to teach somebody how to ride a bucking horse, this video would be the tutorial. Solid mark out, and then lift on your rein, fire your feet to the front end with your toes turned out. And while he might not have had as much horse as he wanted, a still nice score with 82.5 for Zeke Thurston.
Here's another one of the Wright brothers you're going to see. We asked Jesse Wright, tell us about the horse you have tonight.
I got a U26 Fancy Franks. It's Survey's horse. It's a little paint horse. I watched it in Denver with Jacobs Crawley and Jesse Cruz, and he looks really rider friendly, and I'm pretty excited.
Well, he is. He's out of Lunatic Fringe. This horse holds its head down when it bucks. I mean, the nose of this horse will nearly touch the ground with every jump. Now, you're looking at a past rodeo Houston champion.
All right, guys.
See that nose? Come on. There you go. Fancy Frank.
Well, with all the records that they have on these horses, it's best you let the horse do what they do best. But there was a flag flying through the air. What was it? Yellow or orange? Got to be yellow. The mark-out rule just did not get covered. I'm not sure on which side, but that's odd. When you see one of the Wright brothers missed him out.
What does that mean, Bob?
When the horse jumps into the plane of action, right or left, and they jump into the air, you've got to have your spurs set over the point of the shoulder at the end of that first jump when their front feet hit the ground. If you don't, they disqualify you.
It's a great explanation because you saw on the previous ride Zeke holding it for one extra jump. Past collegiate champ Riggin Smith, 2020 Resist All Rookie of the Year, Mookie's pet, the little sorrel steed from the Serbies. Snappy little horse circling around to the right. Another great job of showing you that spurring motion. Once he gets everything going, keeps the toes turned out. Horse kicks out the back. Man stays in the middle. We got a tie at number 2. 83 points for the long-haired Iowegian.
Real quick, while Boyd and I use the term Resist All Rookie, Andy and I talk about the National Intercollegiate Rodeo System. There are 2 systems that make champions go on to be bigger champions. This guy is a Western Texas champion, Damian Branham. Four up. Woo! Pretty. Boyd was talking about textbook a minute ago. I think you could throw that one in as well.
That's a solid horse that the Serbies have been bucking for a while. And it's pretty much the exact same trip each and every time for this Rome paint. Damian did his homework. 81.5 for the Aussie and the Bayou City.
So you might ask, as we go to our next cowboy, hey, who is Brody Wells from Powell, Wyoming? Well, let me tell you who he is. He's a 21-year-old cowboy who was 86 and 89 on New Year's Eve. And this is a rematch. A horse he had in San Antonio and scored 85.5 points. Southpaw cowboy. Horse's name is Redon Akers. Big start. Held his feet. Oh, now the work gets done. He's never been to the national finals, but he's going to go as he nearly spiked that landing like a gymnast. But just to mark that horse out when he reared out of the chute like that, quite a compliment for Brody. Going to move into a 3-way tie for second, third, and fourth. 83.
That is a crowded leaderboard, but a talented group of cowboys. When they tell you let's go, the Hay brothers mean it. As Fancy Frank sweeps the ground with his nose, Thurston vowing for another title. The classic event where the cowboys encourage themselves and encourage our rodeo fans after a job well done. Who did it the best on night one of our third Super Series? It was Logan Hay with an 83.5. Then it was the other Hay brother. Smith and Wells will round out our top four. Our gratitude is shared with Energy Transfer for sponsoring our saddle bronc riding.
Coming up next, get with it, stay with us. We're wrestling. Steer wrestling is next.
Hey, rodeo fans, join today's Chick-fil-A Houston selfie race. 3 lucky fans will battle it out across Houston, making their way to the finish line right here in NRG Stadium. Here's how to play. Step 1, take a selfie, and here's the best way. Step 2, upload your selfie on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag RodeoHouston. The race will take place in just a few minutes, so send in your selfies now.
Welcome to the show.
So it's time for entertainer trivia. So look at the big screens and the questions that are up there. Answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2024 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Hey, have you been to the fan zone up at sections 103 and 124? Why would you go there? Look. The cowboys, cowgirls brought even the babies tonight. You need to go get an autograph, take a selfie, get a picture taken. Folks, these are the guys you've been watching and the ladies in our royalty. Go to section 103 and 124. Thank you to Texas Farm Bureau Insurance for the fan zone.
It is a beautiful night, both inside and outside NRG Stadium in Houston, as we get ready to lay a little thunder on them with the steer wrestling. Big boys have come to play. Mattress Firm presents it, and you'll see this guy tonight, Hunter Keeler, 2-time world champion, defending Rodeo Houston champ, and it won't be easy. Not with guys like Ty Erickson, Clayton Has, Cody Cabal, Cody Devers, all NFR qualifiers.
Devers will kick it off. 6'1", 230. The Cowboys split Ogden, Utah, and Estes Park last year. Had a pretty good July. Game of catch-up as the spotted steer takes off. Uh-oh! Only place you're going to see a ride like that's at the carnival.
I can tell you this. I don't know about a Rolling Stone, but that guy's not going to gather any moss either. Woo, we rolled him like Play-Doh.
I hope the next guy doesn't do this because he's standing about 6'3", 3.5. He'll weigh 230.
His bio said he's 6'5", 215.
Every time I look at him, he gets taller. This is the Flying Hawaiian. Cody Cabral comes from Hilo, Hawaii. Woo! Get down. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Pat that steer. Get up, get up, get up.
Oh. So you're going to see something in this replay. When you see him coming down on the steer, his right hand is going to start patting the side of the steer. He wants the steer to feel him. That's not it. Oh, that's a gap. Well, watch this. See this? He's patting that steer. He wants that steer to feel him so that steer will start to slow up. Yeah, well, that was the plan.
You see the look on his face? Oh, my God, why'd I do that?
You know, last year this guy finished in the top 20. We asked him, what's the difference this year and last, especially here? Well, he said it. Experience. Peyton McIntyre. Down and dirty. I'd love to get that guy to the finals. Like I said, he finished in the top 21 year ago, but just didn't get the breaks that he needed, like the one he just got here.
Good steer, and he uses him. Peyton brings it all together for that 5-2. Hermiston, Oregon's Dalton Massey. He just won Tucson just a few days ago after one of his better seasons. Number 8 in the world, but the steer will beat him to the right.
You see that horse rear and hit that barrier line with his front feet?
Yeah.
He might have already known that, and he goes, I'm at the 50-yard line.
This is lightening up on the back end of the... We're halfway through. Halfway through the steer wrestling and only one qualified run. So now, if you're the defending champion, Hunter Kewer, you're like, you know what? I just need to go throw one down. If I throw one down, I got a really good chance of winning money. And the highest money winners advance. 39 years old, 19th year. World Championships in 2013, 2015, Texas Tech Red Raider. Guns up for the big boy.
He knows what it is to cash a $50,000 check. What a start.
I don't know how he was able to hold that horse up, but the nose will slip away. And for a man who has had some injuries in his pectoral muscle in the past, you never want to see that region take a horn. But watch. The left hand misses the left horn. Then he has to go back and gather it up. But here at the very end, his legs slide out from underneath him, making it very difficult to keep the center of gravity around the head. No time.
Well, at the north end of the Baker Valley, there's a little ranching community called Haines, Oregon. Can get 40 below there in the wintertime. This is Mike McGinn. I don't like the way he started. He hit that line hard. 5.8. Did he break it?
Yeah, he broke it. I was telling you that before we heard it.
Smoked it. Watch this. We talk about this broken barrier, that white horse. Oh, he hits him right there. Now, the steer just did not run as hard as he could have. Right out of the box.
That was Ty Erickson, by the way, folks. That was not Mike in Haines, Oregon.
Oh, it was Ty Erickson. Whose pick was he?
Here we go. The real Mike McGinn from Haines, Oregon. Oh, get him down, buddy. There you go.
9-4, and I would have lost some serious dough if you would have told me 9-4 after 7 was winning second.
My bad on the switch on the numbers between Erickson and McGinn.
We're going to get this one right. Clayton Has of Weatherford, Texas, the Parker County all-around cowboy. Creeping up on $1.5 million at the age of 39.
And there's nothing this cowboy can't do. He can rope calves or steers. He can bulldog. Been to the national finals 4 times. But if you're going to describe Clayton Has, the best way to describe it is just say he's a cowboy. He's not a steer wrestler or a roper. He's just a cowboy. Nice job, Clayton. Yeah! How about saving the best for last? How about that? Nice job of scoring this horse
What do we mean by scoring the horse? I mean by keeping him from running through that barrier, holding him back just the split second he needed to throw one in 5 seconds flat. He grabs his phone back. And when you think about bulldogging, folks, you got to remember these steers are going to go 550 to 600 pounds. The Cowboys are going to raise somewhere between 210 and 260. Sometimes it's like rolling the dice, and sometimes it's like diving off the high dive. Either way, you're outweighed by your competitor, and when things go well, you can get rich. That guy did a year ago here. That's Hunter Keir, your defending champion. That is none other than Dalton Massey, who had one slip through his fingers. Clayton Haas will walk out of here $3,000 richer. 2/10 better than Peyton McIntyre. Oh, Mike McGinn broke the barrier. Ty Erickson 15-8. Mike McGinn 19-4. So that 9-4 was not second place. It actually ended up fourth. Thank you to Mattress Firm. We're bringing it to us.
Well, you've been watching Cowboys. Are you ready for some cowgirls? Barrel racing next.
Make the most of your day at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. After the concert, take a fast trip on a wild ride or relax and enjoy a bird's eye view of NRG Park outside at the carnival. Relax in the Champion Wine Garden presented by Frost Bank and raise your glass with award-winning wines from around the world. Kick up your boots and dance to live music in the Hideout every night from 6 p.m. till midnight. The Hideout, presented by Jim Beam, is designed especially for rodeo fans over 21. So stick around. There's something for everyone at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Check the screens for the answer to the trivia question. The winner will be announced on March 19th.
How many times have you said, "Hey, dude"? Well, there's Leon Coffey. He's the "Hey, dude" man. Hey, dude, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the Cowboy Cam sponsor, the world's lightest shoes, the world's most comfortable, cushiony, and lightweight shoes on the market today. Hey, dude. I think those girls are enjoying having a mustache right there, yeah. There you are.
First Responders Day at Rodeo Houston. As the crowd continues to gather, we are about to showcase some very talented cowgirls and their horses in the barrel racing competition. S&B Engineers and Constructors presents this contest. Last year, Jordan Briggs, who was coming off her World Championship campaign, came back to win Rodeo Houston. Lots of talent here. Sissy Wynn, Megan McLeod-Sprague. How about Jackie Gander coming off the win in Fort Worth? Cyan Wimberly, a national finalist, and Stevie Hillman. Yes, ma'am. First up, Sissy Wynn, Chapman Ranch, Texas, number 4 in the world. Too quiet in here, Texas, when they make that third corner. There you go. And that's a nice start right there, 15:08.
6 of the 8 cowgirls here in Super Series number 3 hail from Lone Star State. And in rides another. Kelly Allen of Stephenville, Texas. Won Rapid City back in February. Great turn on the first. Digging in on barrel number 2. One more to go. Stephenville is striding right along. 15:02. And the hits just keep coming.
All right. This is not a Texan. She comes from the Gem State of Idaho. Born and raised in the Snake River Stampede's backyard at Nampa, Megan McLeod-Sprague. Good turn. Get that big bay tank running. You're good on 2, Meg. Help her. There you go. Good job, Mom. 15:04 to be second.
Look at that. 4/100ths of a second separate the first 3 runs. Megan's husband, Buck, is a whale of a horse chiropractor. Let's go to the number 10 ranked cowgirl in the world. She's from Texas. This is Alyssa Riley. She won the Texas Circuit Finals in Waco. Tight corners, straight lines, that's what you're after. And she's delivered so far. Now Texans ride with her. Wow. 15:03. Can it get any closer?
We want consistency, but a little bit of variation might not hurt. Granbury, Texas's Stevie Hillman, 7-time NFR qualifier for the $1 Million Cowgirl. Leaning into barrel number 1, getting by barrel number 2. Another bay horse that does its job well. 14:66. That ought to wake you up. Texas is talking some smack.
Well, if you like a winner from last July, Boyd and I watched her do it at the NFR Open. Cheyenne Allen comes from Mapton, Washington. Top 24 a year ago. Ease him down. Check, check, check. Good. Any smaller arena, you'd have a fence to bounce them off of, but not here. All right. Come on, Texas. Go, go, go. Help her. 15:64.
You said a lot right there a second ago, Bob. You really did. Let me elaborate on it a little bit. Most arenas, when you run the barrels, the fence is about 30 feet away from the barrel. Here it's about 30 yards. So there's no fence to slow your horse down. Cheyenne Wimberly went to college at Vernon and Tarleton. Her horse stumbles, and that's going to take that first barrel with her because of the stumble. You'll see the alignment of the horse coming out of that first barrel switch. Moved her a little bit farther to the right when it stumbles right here. See that? Now she's closer to the barrel than she was going to be had the horse not stumbled. 20:33 with the penalty.
One of the hottest names in the WPRA right now is Miss Jackie Ganner, the number 1 cowgirl in the world after winning Fort Worth. 2 trips to the national finals. But the former Resistol Rookie of the Year knocks over that same barrel, and it will cost her 5. She will go through the motions, rack them all, and get ready for round number 2, 20 and 99 for knocking over barrel number 1. There it is. Costing her 5, but she'll be back.
That's the thing about it. You can have a bad night tonight, come back and be the champion tomorrow in any event. Harry Rose drops the flag. The time starts. Now watch these horses dive into the turn. That's 1,200 pounds of power as she picks him up. There you go, Stevie. She pats him on the neck. She said, "You're doing good." Ooh, let's go to the finish line. Stevie Hillman did just that for 3,000. Kelly Allen at 2. Alyssa Riley. Megan, congratulations. And thank you to S&B Engineers and Constructors.
Our cowgirls are doing such a great job. Why don't we stick with them? Breakaway roping. Brought to you by Oxy. Last year was the first year we ever held it. This lady left with the biggest check, Erin Johnson. She took that home, and the world champion had yet another qualification in the national finals of breakaway roping. And you're going to see multiple ladies here in the WPRA that are either world champions or qualifiers themselves.
We started with 2 brothers in the bronc ride. Let's start with 2 sisters in the breakaway. This is the younger sister, Sarah Angeloni, White Bend, Texas. Originally from Virginia, the all-around champion cowgirl in the WPRA last year. So nice job by Sarah. She's number 12 in the world. And as I said, as a team roper, tie-down roper, breakaway roper, she won the all-around championship in the WPRA. Now to her older sister.
Martha. Number 9 in the world for the reigning world champ. She took the title in Colorado Springs, helping her get to the national finals. 4.2. 4.2 for Martha.
All right, here comes a graduate from right up the road on I-45, Sam Houston State University. I love to drive by that big statue. College national champion all around. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. About 90 universities that have college rodeo team, men and women. This is the all-around lady. Lonnie K. Yates.
As of back in 2017, you're going to meet the reigning one this year. And she won the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo down in Rosenberg in this contest. Let's go to Sawyer Gilbert, Buffalo, South Dakota. No, she's a world champion breakaway roper from 2021. But last year she won Pendleton and Cheyenne. They're very similar to this rodeo, except they're outdoors. They're big arenas with long scores. In other words, she has performed well in similar environments. She's from Buffalo, South Dakota. That is cowboy and cowgirl country. There's an out of the head, rope up. Oh, no. Sawyer had to take a shot, though. She could have continued to chase the calf, but what good is it if you catch him at 7 seconds, right? There comes a point of no return where you have to throw the Hail Mary.
Well, if nobody else would have caught it, would be all right. But that's a what if. Too many ways you look at it. Brianna Learman, Lexington, Texas.
Another all-around champion of the college national finals. Texas A&M Commerce. Calf comes left and gets in the way of her ability to throw a rope, and a no time for the Lexington, Texas cowgirl. These left turns are so tough. Watch this calf comes left in his left lead, and it makes it so difficult to get a good angle to throw your rope.
I wish I could rope like this when calves did that, and I had a horse named Clyde, because I could say, left turn, Clyde.
All right.
Remember that movie?
That monkey and Clint Eastwood did good. Tiffany Jick, Floresville, Texas. Oh, ladies, that's 4 in a row with a no time.
The breakaway roping has turned every which way but loose, but let's simplify it.
2 to go.
There are 2 to go.
Just catch and you win money.
That's it.
Just catch and you'll win money. Brighton Bauman, Burleson, Texas. 5 no times in a row.
Well, it's very hard to let your rope lay to watch it pay in this event because that horse is trained to when you throw it, they get ready to stop. Now, to the young lady whose younger sister carries the American flag in our opening many nights. This is Kendall Pearson from the High Plains country of Wardlow, Alberta. Good job, sis.
4.3 and $1,000 richer. Just like that. Keep it simple.
The Angelonis just dominated this. The first 2 sisters to go. Going to finish 1 and 2. Look at their eyes, folks. I mean, they are like lasers at what they're aiming at, but calves going left caused a lot of headaches. Brianna, her dad Robert, great friend of mine back in Brenham. Well, if it was easy, rodeo announcers would do it, and it's not. Well, congratulations to younger sister Sarah, Edge's older sister Martha, and we waited for the final breakaway roper from Canada to come in and get a piece of it. Breakaway roping brought to you tonight by Oxy.
Hold on with everything you got, because just around the bend, it's bull riding at Rodeo Houston.
I want you to check out the best. I said the best seats in the house. They're the chute seats presented by our friends at Hess. They are right there, right behind the bucket chutes.
Visit the Fan Zone presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Sections 103 and 124. Go up there, take a picture with your favorite rodeo star, get an autograph, get a phone number. Just go up there and meet them. You'll like them.
Houston Methodist is the official healthcare provider and proud supporters of your Rodeo Houston sports medicine team. And joining me now from that sports medicine team, the chairman, Richard Mann. Richard, tell us a little bit about this amazing staff you have.
Yeah, the sports medicine team is made up of about 170 medical professionals from 11 different medical disciplines. And we come together, volunteer our time for one goal, and that's just to take comprehensive care of the contestants while they're here at Rodeo Houston.
And it's not just about taking care of the injuries, it's also about preventative stuff as well, isn't it?
Correct. Around the stadium this evening, we have a lot of medical professionals to take care of any injuries that occur during the show. But behind the scenes, we have an entire staff of people that take care of injury prevention and rehabilitation type injuries.
Well, thank you, Richard. Thank you to the Rodeo Houston sports medicine team. And thank you, Houston Methodist.
Holy hoppin' hamburger, Batman. There's a lot of people here, and that's exactly what they're going to watch. Is some hoppin' hamburger in the bull riding. You better bring it than Whataburger. That Texas tradition, you bet. Last year, Stetson Wright got on a bull named Yellowstone. Rode this dude for 93 points. But the guy who rode Predator for 92, Josh Frost, is back. Look out for Ernie Corson. Let's meet our Cowboy Life Service.
Three of the handsomest men you'll ever meet on the left. That is the 10-time champion of the world, Dusty Tuckness. We call him the GOAT. Then better looking in the middle is Nate Justice. But the best looking of all, Mo Sheets, the fastest man in cleats.
Now we go the other direction. For the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame barrelman, enjoying his 30th year at Rodeo Houston. How many of y'all love you some Leon Coffee?
We push the camera in to shoot 6. Josh Frost of Randlet, Utah. National Finals champion. Just one forward. The bull is slam witch. Oh no. That's what happened to Mr. Frost. The young black and white spotted bull. They were 86.5 on in Denver. Gets that right foot loose. Going into his hand, but no score for Josh.
Look at your bullfighters swarming in. Bo, be careful. Bob, if you had a bull that was treacherous, a bull that at this point is unridden, what would you name it to scare the guy that's got to get on it?
You mean something like Soccer Mom?
That's what they named this bull. I don't understand.
I know. What a sissy name for a bull out of a world champion father. This bull's daddy, they called him Smoke Wagon. And he was a dragon of fire. Lucchese Morris. This is the 22 Resistol Rookie of the Year. There's that phrase again. Once you've done that, you're on your way to the top. Boy, that's a good kid, good attitude. Ended up 15th in the world a year ago.
His foot stuck, Dad. No, his foot stuck.
See his back foot stuck right there?
Whose foot is stuck?
The bull's foot.
The bull.
So, I'm going to defend Shad for a minute. You guys have never seen a mad soccer mom, have you?
I intentionally try to avoid.
Well, now they're going to name one volleyball mom or something.
It's going.
Just saying.
Okay.
All right, now his feet are free. Now they want him to get off his left leg.
Chad, what do we need to do?
This bull, they marked him 46 points in front of you, Boyd, at Denver a month ago.
Let's go. Shot on him.
That'll tell you how bad this soccer mom is.
9-0, never been ridden. We'll make history in Houston if we ride him today. So y'all help us ride him. Come on.
Right foot.
Oh, he got mad.
I see why he bucks a lot of people off, too, because he is constantly pulling you over the front end. Watch. His body keeps contorting to the front because that bull keeps whipping him forward.
And now watch, your goal is to get the bull off the bull rider, but not necessarily on you if he's going to stay on you. So watch him swarm in here to get the attention of the bull away from the bull rider, and then the bull chases the bullfighter all the way to Leon's barrel.
Can you play that again if you got time? In the last two jumps, he can't get his hand loose because it's locked on the offside. He can't reach with his free arm because he's dragging in the dirt. Here you go, Bryce Burnell.
Sheridan, Wyoming. Good bull that should spin to the left. The Wolf on Wall Street.
This is the the cowboy that won the National Western Stock Show Rodeo. Bryce Burnell won Denver. Good job, Bryce. Oh, no. The Wolf on Wall Street is now 18-4. 18 attempts to be ridden, only 4 successful rides. And the champion of Denver just bites the dust on Bayou City dirt.
We're 0 for 3, Bobby T. We got to change this up.
Well, you're going to have a hard time doing it with Vitalix Hard Knocks. Here's an NFR bull. He has bucked off every champion that you can imagine. The second highest marked bull in round 2 at the NFR.
Yeah, but Eli Vassbinder, pretty sticky guy, had this bull in Denver and was 87 points. So he's not unrideable. He's 33-6 in his career, but 33 times ridden 6.
I love your optimism, and the stats don't lie. Braden Richardson. Oh, get your hands up.
We had a chance, fellas. It was close. 7.5 seconds, but at the very end, he will slap the bull, so a no score for Braden.
So our next bull rider has the bull that Bryce Burnell won Denver on, but he's a commercial fisherman when he's not rodeoing. He likes to catch catfish. This is Ernie.
Well, we catch catfish. So my whole family pretty much does it. They've done it my whole life. My grandpa down to my dad passed it on to the younger generation, and then it'd be passed on to our kids.
Now, folks, if this guy rides a bull, he'll do something special for you, okay? I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to tell you that he has a tradition whenever he rides a bull. So we really, really want to see him ride this bull. Legal action? Well, left-handers ride him more often than not. He's riding right-handed. Oh, good Shelby, Florida. Nah, Ernie.
Tries to get ahead of this bull and leans too far into the well. Now, what's the well? That is the inside, right there where he's leaning. And when you lean too far, you fall into it.
The direction of the spin.
First thing that he hit that bull in the neck was with his face. That's why they wear a helmet.
This is the number 2 ranked bull rider in the world, a Texan. He just won San Antonio. Jeff Askey, a 5-time NFR qualifier on Ragin' Cajun. He's 11-2. They've averaged 82 points on him.
You want to watch the gate? Let me just try to rock them. Go ahead. Keep real flat on your knife. I don't know. I think you're in there. We like that. Stop, Jeff!
Yeah, did he make the right decision? Come on, Houston! He did it!
You want to know why they call Dusty Tuckness the GOAT? Watch Dusty Tuckness put his body between the nose of this bull and the fallen bull rider. Now, Askey just became the first man to ride a bull tonight. But when he comes down, look at Tuck. Look at Tuck. He's on the upper left of your screen right now. He's gonna stay close. No, there he is. I'm sorry, right there. 79 points for Jeff Askey. The first man to ride, like I told you he would in our pick segment.
You're making me have to eat it now. I know, but Tyler Bingham could do the same thing. Utah in a rematch in trouble. Oh my God, wait till you see. How many gears does this bull have? Watch him, right there, he's already at it. Then he switches. I think that's what got him.
Second time in 3 months he's been on that bull. And the bull wins again. He beat him in Denver and he beats him in Houston.
And another great
there's
job.
Dusty pushing the bull rider away so he could take his spot. Now, T. Parker, I believe in you, buddy. I do believe in T. Parker. His first name's Tristan. Everybody calls him T. This is a bull called Dirty Mike. 17-7. And they average 84 points when they ride him. Winnie, Texas Cowboy, just to the east of Houston, is his home. Oh, he's scratching him with that spur. Grabbing that high.
I don't think I'd do that.
Well, he's wanting that bull to let him walk up on his rope. No. Look at his face. How can we say no before he's bucked off? Because you can watch his face. And wherever you look is where you're going to go. He saved himself the first time by looking in. But now he looks to the right. And the minute he looks to the right, that's exactly where your body will follow. It is a no score for T. Parker.
A boatload of action, but a night where the Bulls did it the best. Only one man was able to make it to the whistle, as Ernie will have to try again, and the world gets turned upside down. You're not in the right position. The battle was won by the bovine, and it was one man, a Texas talent, as our bullfighters made sure that everybody walked out of here in one piece. We're oh so thankful to have him, but it all came down to the former college champ, Jeff Askey, with a 79-point bull ride, the only ride of the night, as we say thank you to Whataburger for sponsoring our bull riding.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch what's up next. It's a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. Watch this.
It's our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes. the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live in freedom and have pride for our country. Tonight, the Crown Royal Military Salute is proud to honor a United States Marine Corps Sergeant, Sergeant Ronald R. Alvarado. Sergeant Alvarado is described as hard-working and a dedicated Marine. Sergeant Alvarado has deployed multiple times in supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, along with overseas time in Kuwait. Sergeant Alvarado has been awarded several medals for his service, along with earning the respect of his leaders and his peers. Ladies and gentlemen, how loud can you get for a young man who swore an oath to defend this nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic? He is a native Houstonian. This is Sergeant Alvarado, and we thank him for his service and his sacrifice. God bless you, Marine Corps Sergeant Alvarado. For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world who come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now Oxy is honored to present the other part of the team that these athletes cherish. The other part of their team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their family. We start with a mother and daughter. First, Firebomb, a 24-year-old great-grandmother who has bucked at top rodeos across the U.S., shattering arena records and setting the standard for her 14 babies. That's one of her first daughters. That is a 12-year-old daughter named Fireworks, alongside her mom, Firebomb. Fireworks is a mother of 5, and they are leading the way for future generations, like Fireworks' daughter, 5-year-old Firecracker. There you go. 3 mama bucking horses. A grandmother, a mother, and a granddaughter. And one day, the youngest member of the family, Firefly, will follow in the footsteps. Here's Firefly. Check him out. Check her out. Yeah. She'll follow in the footsteps of her great-great-grandmother, who at one time bucked in the Houston Astrodome. You know, some horses are born to run fast. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But this family of athletes was born to challenge its riders. Bucking comes naturally to these broncs, and it's our responsibility and our privilege to make sure they are cared for with respect and worth. Why? Because they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family as well. And they represent not only the legacy, but also the future of rodeo in Houston. Friends, let's give all of our human and animal athletes a big round of applause, especially to this herd of horses. We want to say thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. And here's something I'd like to invite you to do. You can see these horses, the moms and their babies, up close in the Born to Buck exhibit presented by Oxy. It's just east of the Astrodome in the Junction. So if you've got a young lady or a young man that would like to get a closer look, take them to the Born to Buck exhibit presented by Oxy just east of the Astrodome.
Coming up next, get ready. It's calf scramble time. Oh, they look clean and happy at the moment. Well, thanks to our friends at Chick-fil-A, it's selfie racing time. You can pick your favorite. We're going to start. Whoa! NASA gave us a launch. There's that pesky bull. We're going. Oh, right turn, Clyde. Get him around. Who's going to be the winner? They got to get him broke. Get him out of the carnival. Woo! Got to get him inside. Right here, NRG. Look out, Howdy. Throw it. I don't think that worked. Oh, they caught Howdy. He's laughing. Guess what? We caught him. Cody Dunn, you are the Chick-fil-A champion of the night. Thank you, Chick-fil-A.
So, Hey Dude makes the world's lightest shoes. And they also give us the Hey Dude Cowboy Cam. So, well, thank you for that. You look good in the goatee, sir. You should consider it. You should consider it. Not so much. You look better in horns. Yeah, you look a lot better in horns. We don't want a mustache on you. It's the Hey Dude Cowboy Cam, and it is first class tonight.
Okay, it's Calf Scramble time, sponsored by Rock and Roll Denim. Tonight, we want you to keep an eye out for the first scrambler, one that catches properly, get the calf across the line, because this scrambler may have a chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 19th. Let's go to our host right now. Should be Andy and Patty. There's Andy.
Indeed it is, Bob. I'm still here on night number 7 of the Calf Scramble, and I appreciate you recognizing that fact. Tonight we have 19 young men, 11 young ladies, all in 4-H and FFA hoping to catch a calf. Patty, I want to know what you know.
Well, I know that not only are they in 4-H and FFA, but we've got some athletes out here tonight, and they are ready to do this. So let's meet the kids, starting with number 1, Vance Aaron.
Owen Clark.
Avery Frederick.
Grayson Albrecht.
Matthew Solorio.
Ty Pennington.
Ashlyn Leva.
Arissa Davis.
Kason Mills.
Nathan Shook.
Drake Phelps.
Luke Nelson.
Naomi Reese.
Trenton Stewart.
Justice Casey.
Alexis Marquez.
Madison Funderburg.
Mason Williams.
Nicholas O'Neill.
Ariana Patterson.
Macelyn Smith.
Abigail Moat.
Raylan Purvey.
Carter Parvin.
Braden Railing.
Alessandra Perez.
Mallory Dwyer.
Jalissa Yanez.
Jesse Brock.
And Garrett Stutz. Those are the 30 calf scramblers on night number 7. Now, we call on 2 individuals each and every time we have our calf scramble to assist us in making sure that everything goes as planned. First, our calf scramble gate opener. Tonight we have with us from the Houston Police Department Auto Theft Division, serving 29 years. Please welcome Senior Police Officer Charles Ballard. And our calf scramble starter, who will drop the hat to signify the beginning of night number 7 of the calf scramble. It is the Chief of the Texas Rangers. This is Chief Jason Taylor. So when Chief Taylor drops that hat, it will signify to our calf scramblers that it is time to go catch one. The calves are coming up the chute inside the box. The hat is down, and away we go. Let's catch them.
They are off and running. The calves are running as fast as they can, and the kids are going even faster. There's one of our first catches already. That looks like number 14. That is Trenton Stewart from Brenham FFA. He's a livestock judge in his spare time. He caught in Fort Worth, he caught in San Antonio, and this looks like he's going to get the trifecta if he hangs on.
Must hang on to put that halter on correctly. There is number 3, Avery Frederick of Ridge Point FFA.
He's one of our athletes, football, track. His first scramble, and he is coming back in.
Very close, now across the line. Great job, Avery. And And Patty mentioned number 14, Trenton Stewart, in the same area. Feisty calf, but just a couple more steps, and now we have our second catch.
And there's another look at number 9, Kason Mills from Cayuga FFA. Number 15, Justice Casey from Luling. Couple more steps, Kason. There we go.
The catches are starting to come in now. We have one here on the west side. That is number 27, Mallory Dwyer. And there's number 19, Nicholas O'Neill, Equipment FFA.
There's our first girl in, number 27, Mallory
Great
Dwyer.
job, Mallory. Now, Patty, as we've talked about, this halter only functions in one fashion. And as number 1, Vance Aaron has it on correctly and tries to get his calf in gear. If you don't put that halter on correctly, you got to start over.
And there's number 19, Nicholas O'Neill. We talked about him. He's a tennis player in his spare time. Number 24, Carter Parvin from China Springs. His dad is here in the house. A tie-down roper.
And we've been told Avery Frederick will move on to the Super Scramble, our first catch.
That's number 23, Braylon Kirby from Gainesville. He's a linebacker on his football team.
And we have quite a few of them caught already in a very quick fashion. As number 29, Jesse Brock of Great Creek FFA makes those finishing touches on the halter.
And there's number 24 again, Carter Parvin. Again, his dad's the tie-down roper. This is in the family. This is right in his bailiwick for sure.
Some very close calls, as you can hear the calves when the audience goes by. There's number 24 again, Carter. Stuck on pause for the time being.
And there's a look at number 11, Drake Phelps from East Chambers FFA. He told me he never quits. It looks like he is doing just that, or not doing just that. He caught at Fort Worth, so he's on his second one right here.
Now we're inching the bald-faced calf a little closer. It's number 24, Carter Pavin, working back, forth, every direction, trying to find a gear to take the black calf inside the big box just to the south of where he stands.
That calf is stubborn, Andy. That's like Boyd.
Easy now. You know his bailiwick. There you go. Carter.
That's Arissa Davis from Ridge Point. She said she's a city girl and a country girl. She's the best of both.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And city girls can become country girls. Patty, you know that.
Indeed I do.
That is number 11, Drake Phelps. Coming towards the box. As we remind you, the catching a calf is just the beginning of a year-long journey for these Texas 4-H and FFA kids.
From these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are standing by to take care of any injuries to our competitors.
When those competitors catch in the calf scramble, from there they become part of a program that has given back $19.8 million in certificates to more than 23,600. As we say thank you to our sponsor of the calf scramble, Rock and Roll Denim. Stick around, Chuck Wagon Racing is coming at ya.
At BP, our commitment to America begins in the community by partnering with marquee events like the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo's First Responders Day. We are able to enrich the cities we're proud to call home. We've done this by investing in scholarship programs to create a bright future for the next generation of innovators all across America. And right here in Houston, at BP, we proudly salute the brave men and women serving our communities by sponsoring First Responders Day.
We want to welcome some lucky recipients of our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats. Thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness program participants, First Community.
Well, this is our arena crew. They start long before we do and end long after we're through. Talented men and women on the gates and the chutes and the equipment. All of this is sponsored by Cavender's Food City.
Bailey Sports Southwest will be showing and streaming all the rodeo performances live. Get all the details on valleysports.com. Enjoy the rodeo on Valley Sports Southwest when you can't be here. Join us there. As Andy told you, Chuck Wagon Racing is next up, and you got to do what Bob and Andy and I do, and that is kind of pick a wagon and bet with your friend, okay? Baylor Medicine, Ford, and Shell. I take Ford. Shell goes to Bobby T. Baylor Medicine to Andy. Now, they're going to figure eight these barrels just like you watch, and then they got to make 2 laps around the arena. The first horse to cross the white line on the west side is the winning wagon. So, folks, pick out a wagon, Shell, Ford, or Baylor, and start cheering because the race is on.
Well, y'all might as well cheer for Shell. 2 nights ago, my wagons won twice. We placed last night, but I need a little help. How many people for Shell?
How many of y'all are riding with Ford?
It's a 2-lap race. Save your air, boys. This is where the money is made.
I didn't even know you were going to come help us. Come on, Baylor. I'll help you. Now watch him. Watch him. Oh, that Ford wagon's in the spot.
Final turn. Come on, Baylor. You can do it.
My goodness, he puts a whoop on us. Well, that's 3 points for Andy, 2 for Boyd.
No, 3 for Boyd.
Oh, did you win?
No, Andy won. He gets 3.
Okay.
Boyd gets 2.
There you are.
Bob gets 1 for a participation trophy.
Thank you very much. I'll take it. Big thank you to Baylor Medicine, Ford, and Shell.
Welcome to the show. Truck number 2, Chevron for Boyd, Kroger for Bob, Mustang Cat for Andy. Folks, you got to do it too. Come on, pick out a wagon. They're fixing to figure eight those barrels and make 2 laps. It's always more fun when you got skin in the game. Who you betting on? I'm betting on the red, white, and blue of Chevron.
I'm betting on the blue wheels of Kroger.
Black and yellow is all mine.
Now you watch that Kroger wagon. He knows where to hold it. Get at the end of lap number 2. Kroger will be the winner.
1 lap left to go. The louder you cheer, the faster they go.
Look
Kroger,
out,
Kroger,
east side.
Kroger.
You're in the splash zone.
Chevron on the outside. Cut him off. Cut him off. Cut him off.
Look at that Kroger wagon. Go, Kroger, go, go, go. I beat you boys like you weren't even in the race. 3 points for Bob.
2 for Andy.
Uh-oh, you ain't gonna like this.
1 for Boyd.
Well, thank you to Chevron. They tried. Mustang Cat, they tried. But Kroger, they whooped them.
In a few moments, right around the corner, in just a couple of seconds, you'll see the Mutton Bustin' at Rodeo Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, the contributions that our show volunteers have made are changing lives for Texas students. Here's the chairman of the board, Mr. Brady Carruth.
I'm the first legacy chairman of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And my, dad was the chairman for the 50th anniversary, and I happen to be chairman for the 90th anniversary. It's great that I can follow his footpath of his great legacy. My mother was very involved in the show, and she loved the school art committee. She was always very passionate that kids needed to have an opportunity to participate in our show, even if they couldn't raise an animal.
I've been painting since before I can remember. The biggest competition was Houston, and then even today, it still is.
Y'all done?
Senior year, I finally won the grand champion. It almost paid for my college at TCU. I have very minimal student loans, but if I really sit down and think, what did Houston do for me? It helped me develop myself as an artist.
This young man shown that his art was appreciated, that he had talent, and he wants to pass that along to the younger students also by being an art teacher.
I start out the class period by just explaining what the opportunities are for doing this competition. I give them my story and tell them what it afforded me.
There are a lot of careers these days that sprout off that kind of knowledge. A lot of things you can do with a good creative art background.
The school art opened up a lot of opportunities for me. Being able to provide me with college funds, allowing me to be able to showcase my art pieces and sharing my passion with others. I'm a design engineer, so I like to be able to see things from an artistic perspective in my technical concepts that I supply to clients.
It helps students who may or may not have had something to pour into, but it directs their attention to something positive, something to work for. And it is a platform that is changing lives for kids in Texas.
Congratulations. Sold at $250,000.
That is so awesome. Thank you, Mr. Carruth.
Okay, folks, you need to be aware that you're about to be the judges in a real fun game called Defying Gravity, okay? Let's be honest. The only place gravity doesn't win is in outer space. So down here on planet Earth, gravity still rules, and even though our contestants try to defy it, some of them get hurt trying to defy gravity. And you're going to decide who gets hurt the most and tell us with your voices. Check this out.
We've all been there. That feeling you get when your feet leave the ground and you're not sure which way is up. Like when you're in space. All you feel is air. Everything's in super slow motion. You lose your sense of time and space. Feels like you're defying gravity. Axiom Space, builders of the first commercial space station, want to provide a smooth landing for our rodeo contestants. But who had the roughest ride? You be the judge.
So this is how it works. We're going to show you some contestants who failed at defying gravity and they end up beat up because of it. When it's all done, we're going to show you 3. You get to pick the winner with your volume, how loud you cheer, how loud you scream. So let's start showing you some wrecks and see what you think of them, okay? First one up is going to be Roscoe Jarbo. No, Down you go. Slam down, lands on his butt. And man, that wiggled his ears. That's how hard. When you land on your butt hard enough that your ears wiggle, that means it hurts. So Houston, do you want to give him some free travel money? Go!
All right, 92, you're about 10 points off what you ought to be. Let's get ready to roar. Trevor Rice, it's bull riding again. Now, folks, watch this. He's in trouble. Whoa! At the end of a horn. Watch this bull right there behind the head, and then give it to him right in the middle of the back. Folks, that bull weighs 1,400 pounds, and there when he rips his armpit out, he'll be lucky to ever ride again. Would you help Trevor now?
'94, folks. This is embarrassing. These are the lowest scores we've had in all 7 performances, okay? So we need you to really get involved for a Texan named Tyler Taylor, okay? It's for money, travel money, cash money to go buy gas, airplane tickets, whatever, okay? So we need your help on this Texas bull rider. Tyler Taylor, riding right-handed, goes down inside the well as the bull goes to the left, flips him, wipes him out. Look at him. He's punch drunk. He's laying on the ground. He can't even get up to his knees. He's just down for the count like he went around with Mike Tyson. And folks, he needs to go home and you can help him get there. Come on, Texas.
Now you got it figured out. 98. Oh, Tyler Taylor's going to say thank you for that travel cash. Folks, I say thank you to tonight's Defying Gravity from Axiom Space.
That's tonight's Defying Gravity Awards, sponsored by Axiom Space. During our last rodeo performance, you'll have the chance to vote for the grand prize winner, who will receive the top award, $3,000 in travel funds.
Okay, I bet you cheer for this one. Strapping kids to sheep? Yep, it's called mutton busting. Thanks to HEB for bringing it to us. Down to the arena floor where Patty and Andy are ready to call the game.
The intensity is palpable down here on the arena floor, Patty. I can't wait to go for night 7.
Palpable's not even the word of the day. Let's do it.
Rocco Hines, Porter, Texas. Rocco wants to grow up to be a bull rider. This is how you scratch that itch, Rocco. Hold on tight. Here we go.
And there goes Rocco. A little early dismount, but he's up with the wave. Good job, Rocco.
Smiling as well. Ryan Barnett, Baytown, Texas. 5-year-old Ryan coming your way.
Oh, she is coming my way. She took that thing down like a steer wrestler.
Another smile. Angela Shipman. 5-year-old Angela of Mont Bellevue, Texas. Get him, Angela!
All right, that's how you do it. Angela taking us more than halfway across. Great job.
You gotta love these bios. Lainey Ray wants to grow up to be a mommy.
Oh my gosh, a girl after my own heart. Look at her. The noblest of professions, and she takes it all the way across, and she's looping around for more.
Good job, Bo.
That's how you do it at Rodeo Houston.
Kyler Kelly, 6-year-old Kyler of Houston, Texas.
And Kyler is going to give Lainey a run for her money. He also makes it all the way across. Great job.
Back to the chutes with Abigail Villalobos of Harlingen, Texas. Come on, Abigail!
Oh, these kids are